Oh, we're back. Sorry, we're just talking about what an idiot Booney is. And you know what? I guess we got caught on the air.
We got caught on the
well,
air.
you know what? Listen, we're Yankee fans. He deserves it. It's ridiculous.
It shows you can't make a broadcaster a manager.
Right. Well, especially in this case. Anyways, welcome to the show. Norm LaMadeline on the end. My dad, of course, Marty Mad Dog Murphy in the middle. I'm Matt LaMadeline. Welcome to the show. And please, we'd love to hear something from somebody. 203-753-7593 is the number here. And yes, we took the 4th of July off last week while the studio was closed. Anything good, you guys? Do anything good?
Not really.
No. Dad?
No, it's just had
Yeah.
just had an in-house picnic, watched a lot of baseball, movies.
Yeah, a little time
We
to
binged
chill.
out. Yeah, we binged out. It was too hot.
Yeah,
Too hot to go anywhere. I stepped out for a few minutes and
That's it.
I just
Sweat.
went to the mailbox. And that was it. I came back and I was.
We were supposed to go out on a friend's boat, but I ended up making a rush trip down to North Carolina.
Right. Instead, right. Family emergency in the Carolinas.
Yeah, family issues.
Right. So we, you caught us with our pants down. I guess we were talking about Aaron Boone and what a buffoon he is, and how yesterday. Guys, how do you yank Domingo Germán, who's been pitching great lately?
We had a perfect game just last week.
Oh, you're up 3-1. You know, he has a one-hitter going, which was a home run, but that was it. And a walk, you said, right, Dad?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't watching it at that point. The Yanks were up after a couple of solo homers. And we can sit here and trash this guy all night long, for the next month. But why won't the Yankee brass look at this team and say, you know what, maybe we just need a change with a manager. We know we need a GM. Right?
Well, and this is the point I keep bringing up. I mean, they got rid of Joe Torre because they said they needed a new voice in the clubhouse after 10 years or 12 years.
Right.
That's the exact amount of years he was there. So they hired Joe Girardi. Girardi made 10 years. They turned around and said, we need a new voice in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
So,
Aaron Boone.
Cashman calls ESPN and says, we want to hire Aaron Boone.
Yeah.
Take him out of broadcast booth, make him the manager.
Yeah.
Because in 2003, he had a home run that took us to the World Series.
Took his batting 220 that year anyway. But
Right.
he hit the home run.
You know what? It will definitely be one of the most historical homers though in Yankee history. Absolutely, because it beat the Red Sox.
And because his grandfather was a decent manager, and his father was a decent manager, means he's bred to be a manager, but he's not.
Oh yeah.
He is basically Brian Cashman's puppet. And now, here's where my problem is. Brian Cashman says we had to replace Torre because we needed a new voice in the locker room. He got rid of Girardi, said we need a new voice in the locker room.
Yes, you just said that.
Well,
so where are we going with this?
Well, you know what?
We know we can beat up on these guys all day.
Now it's time.
Cashman.
Now it's time to start.
Right,
at the
Cashman's
top.
next.
Cashman's been there for 25 years.
Yeah.
It's time for a new voice
I
in
agree.
there.
I agree.
We knew you were coming around to Cashman.
Yeah.
Because like I said, and I argued on the radio over the weekend on the fan. The guy has done nothing. The team was built. What he's given credit for is from '98 to 2009, and that team, 90% of that team, those teams were built for him by Gene Michaels and Bob Watson.
Correct.
And as long as he didn't screw it up, they won championships.
Right.
The only one you're able to give him credit for is 2009.
Yeah.
And out of all the money he spent, he only got one ring.
Right.
And he spent He spent $500 million on 3 players:
Yeah.
CC Sabathia, AJ Burnett, and Mark Teixeira. And out of all that money he spent, he got one title.
Yeah.
Right, and CC Sabathia was really the only good player out of all three.
Yeah.
Of them. I don't think Teixeira was any good.
In 2009, he was. He helped carry the Yankees
For 1 year with the one title.
Well, A-Rod was there too
Yeah.
that year. So,
well.
unfortunately, A-Rod
Yeah.
kind of starred in the World Series or something.
No,
the only time ever.
Yeah.
Right? Like 4 home runs or something. That was it.
Right. Again,
The only time A-Rod did anything.
And the World Series, the thing everybody talks about, how A-Rod carried the Yankees to the World Series.
Yeah.
A-Rod hit 4 home runs against the Twins to get the Yankees to the next round before they got into the World Series.
Right. And then
Now remember, who was the MVP of the World Series? Matsui.
Matsui was.
That's
Okay,
right,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Matsui.
Matsui
Yes.
was
Crushed.
Matsui had like 4
Crushed the Phillies. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made Pedro look bad.
Yeah, he made Pedro look really bad.
Yeah. So, Dad, I know you got a whole bunch of stuff. What do you have for the Yankees? And then I know we'll get to All-Stars and game. And do you got anything for the Yankees?
Well, the only thing I have for the Yankees is not very good. It's just the getting rid of their batting coach, Dylan Lawson. He was fired after a 7-4 loss to Chicago. It was the fact that the Yankees are doing really badly. Since Judge left, 31 games, the Yankees are batting .218 in 31 games, and they scored less runs than any other team, 117 runs in 31 games. So that's like 2.2 or 2.3 runs a game, right?
Not enough.
And they're 28th amongst, right now, they're 28 amongst the 30 teams in batting average.
Yeah.
And so I guess the hitting coach is not hitting the ball, or he's not showing them how to hit.
Yeah.
He's not teaching these starters how to be starters. I don't know what it is, but he got fired.
Defense, though, no, I'm not defending the Yankees. I could not believe, though, that the starting 7, 8, and 9 batters for the Cubs also were under 200, all 3 of them. I couldn't believe it. I was watching, I go, when has Major League Baseball had so many players batting, starting players, batting 200 or under?
Well, the thing is that every team has hitters under 200.
Yep.
Most of them, the lower parts of the lineups too. And the thing is that the average hitter right now is batting 244. Wow. You know, the average of a hitter used to be like 250, 260, 250, 260, maybe, 265, maybe.
You were normally, back when I was younger,
an
average hitter hit between 250 and 265.
Yeah, okay,
275 or better were considered
It's decent, yeah.
Well, and the thing, though, is there was always a bunch of 300 hitters, though.
There always are,
there's usually a couple on each team. It's unheard of these days. And 300, by the way, is only 3 out of 10.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Who says that's good even?
Well, in the majors right now, we have 14 300 hitters.
For the whole league?
For everybody, for 30 teams, yeah. Starts from...
No, that's not even one every other team.
Yeah. No,
that's how bad it's
one, yeah.
Right.
And there's one good player in each team.
Here's where the problem is. Major League Baseball, with their computers and with their analytics and their garbage, which ruin the game. And like I said, you need to hire people that look at baseball players and they go by what they see with their eyes. Take the computer and throw it in the garbage, because those aren't baseball players. Those are stat guys. Because you need to get guys that aren't worried about, I don't care if I strike out 190 times as long as I have an exit below of 110 miles an hour and I'm hitting 40 home runs.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's horrible.
Who cares about how hard a ball is hit? How about if it finds the hole? If it finds the grandstands, you know what I mean? We don't care how hard it's hit.
Oh yeah,
or how the arc of the ball. Or
they were talking about it on the radio this afternoon.
And this is, by the way, this is 3 baseball fans. My dad's been a baseball fan for whatever, right? We don't want to age you too much.
70 years.
70 years, right? I've been a baseball fan since I was 6, so 40, almost 50 years. Marty's got a little older than me, so we'll call it 55 years.
Oh yeah, easy.
Right? So we are legit baseball fans. We try every week to talk positively about baseball. In fact, why don't we change it to some positive stuff? That since it's the beginning, it's the half point of the season, right? Pitch clock, I think awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
I like it too.
I mean, it's moving the game along. The shift, well, whatever. There's still a.
Well, that's good for lefty hitters. Lefty hitters are really, really hurt by that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You hit the ball right to second base. And there's somebody there.
And it wasn't so much somebody was right at second base, because I mean, even with the shift being gone, the shortstop, yes, is playing just to the left of second base,
right.
but he's still
One
dead.
step, by the way.
One step, yeah,
But-
yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah.
but
Couple
he's-
inches,
He's,
maybe.
Right.
he's still left of the base. But the difference is because he's not allowed to cross that base, you don't have the second baseman playing in short right field.
Yeah.
That's
That
where
was
they,
what it was, short
that's
right.
where they were ruining the game.
Yes.
I mean, the pitch clock is great because, and the biggest reason why is and the umpires are pushing it. They're not letting the batters out of the batter's box.
Right.
That was one of the things. That was one of the things growing up that used to bother me, especially in the late '80s, early '90s, especially with Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Yes. It's so funny you say that.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
swing the bat, but after every pitch, he would get out, and he would spend a minute and a half fixing his glove before he got back.
Tapping
in the
his
batter's box.
shoes.
Tapping
Oh,
his
yeah.
shoes. And I'm
Shoes,
sitting
yeah.
there saying, "This is, hey, stay in the freaking batter's box."
Right. It's amazing you say that because I was talking to a guy today, same exact thing, Marty. I kid you not. We were talking about the pitch clock or whatever, the speed of the game we were talking about. I heard Red Sox fan said the same thing. He goes, Nomar Garcia-Parra, tapping his shoes, fixing his gloves. He said, I wish he would have just put some duct tape on his gloves.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's right.
But that is incredible that
Oh,
you said that.
that was
because
ridiculous.
same
Yeah.
conversation
Well,
today. Another baseball fan, same age as me.
Yeah.
But he was the one that was as a Yankee fan or a Red Sox fan. He being from this area, he's the one you saw all the time. So yes, you knew he was one that did it.
Yeah. And got away with it, by the
Yeah,
way.
and I'll tell you another thing that what they need to get rid of is the freaking body armor that these players wear in the batter's box because the inside corner of the plate belongs to the pitcher.
Yeah.
And you have players wearing this
Rizzo's
body.
right.
Oh, yeah.
You got these players
Lean
wearing
man,
body armor
yeah,
that they
yeah.
just stick their arm out there to get hit. The ball would be a strike, but because it hit him,
Yeah.
he gets his base. I mean,
right.
take the body armor off and give the inside of the plate back to the pitcher.
I agree with you.
Well-
100%. That's
Right. I mean, well, how about the positives again? You can only throw over once or twice, right, or whatever.
Oh,
it is.
yeah, that's
The-
yeah, that was used to be
right,
ridiculous.
Right.
Oh.
The coach can only come out once or twice, right?
Coach, well, it's always been twice.
Right. I love the fact that they have to pitch to 3 batters, no matter what.
Yeah.
You don't have this left-hander coming in for 1
Yeah.
batter anymore.
And
You
the
know? How much time does that waste?
Yeah, well, the players' union that's one that the players' union is trying to get changed because the biggest
Saves jobs for the lefties.
yeah
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it the,
yeah,
lefty
yeah,
lefty
yeah.
specialist that's
Yeah.
the big thing.
Oh, yeah,
Because now if you're known strictly as a lefty pitcher, then
We actually have a phone call?
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well,
Right.
these lefty specialists, look at Jesse Orasco. He pitched till he
Yeah.
was 45 years
Oh,
old
yeah.
because he was, he would pitch to 1 batter. He was a lefty specialist, right? And we cannot forget Ellie De La Cruz, too, though. I mean,
Oh,
look at
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah,
The
what a
mere fact
kid.
that they weren't paying attention to him is a big deal as
Oh, yeah.
well.
I mean,
Steals second, third, and home with a matter of, two pitches?
two yeah.
Yeah, 2 pitches.
You know,
One
and
was
shame on that pitcher.
yeah. The first one was from the catcher, so the other 2 were from the catcher.
Yeah, and
The
it
catcher
really
goes
was.
second. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that is great for baseball.
Yeah, it was
I don't care
fantastic.
what anybody
Oh, yeah.
says. That's
I mean,
wonderful
it-
for baseball. All right.
Hey.
All right, cool. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
go to him. Scott, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Scott.
how you
Hey,
doing?
how are
Long time no
you?
see, no
Been a
talk
long
to.
time.
Yeah.
Long time. How you guys doing?
Good. Hey, and we are here most Mondays now, so please call us again anytime.
It took me a while to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole COVID thing just messed up the whole cable, Sky cable too,
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Well, it's great to see you guys
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
good to see
Yeah,
you.
good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was listening to the baseball talk, guys. I was going to ask you about that the new rules. I like the pitch clock, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on the. I still don't like the extra inning setup where you have a man on second, start the innings. I think that's kind of weird. Why don't they do it? Why not first base? Why second base?
Well, that's my thing too. Is right. If you're going to do it, why set them up in scoring position already?
Right.
Scott, I would agree with you. Put him on first. I'm okay with it goes to run around first, but not second.
Well, the reason why they put him on second is because it means you lay down the sacrifice bunt, you put him on third, and a fly ball is guaranteed to score to run the win.
Right. Well, I see it, but nobody sacrifices anymore either.
But that is the pretext on why they figured it out.
Right.
It's that they're thinking most people would, figuring in the bottom of the 10th.
Most teams would sacrifice, but not many do anymore.
Well,
because let's face it, how many players know how to bunt anymore?
Yeah.
Right, Scott?
Right.
It's so true. I mean, they
Right.
lost art of bunting.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, Scott.
How many guys do you see try and sacrifice bunt and pop it up?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
The Red Sox game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just horrible. Are you still rooting for the Pirates, by the way?
Yes, they're playing better. Yeah.
Oh, the Pirates.
That's good, good.
Yeah.
Scott, let me ask you, as a longtime baseball fan, do you even care about the home run derby tonight?
Not at all. We'll
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
something else or read a book.
Right, you know what? That's what I said too. But these guys still seem to my dad and Marty still seem to care about it.
I don't really care about it. I won't watch it. I mean, I'll probably go home and watch Major League or maybe the Lou Gehrig story.
Yeah,
I'll watch
yeah,
a baseball
yeah.
movie probably.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I can watch a little bit of it, but it's it's just become this big show, and everybody hanging around with their hats on backwards, and their kids running around the fields. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show, right?
It's a big show.
Yeah, but it always was.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just they publicize it more now, and what they do is they let the local YMCA kids run on the field,
shag balls,
balls
which is
out
cool.
there. So
It's cool.
It's good for the inner city kids to be able to be on the field with the players and shag balls and.
Right. So, Scott, what else? What else you got on your mind? I know it's just baseball these days, but anything baseball, we're kind of just kicking around, you know?
Well, how do you guys feel about the extra the setup with what was I going to say the playoffs, the extra wild card team. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous, isn't it? There's 3 wild card teams.
Yeah, Dad, we'll go to you first. What do you think about all these extra
Well,
playoffs?
I like having more teams playing in the playoffs. As long as you have, there's a 1-game playoff, and then there's 2 5-game playoffs. I don't want to go 7-7 like the other teams do.
Right.
So as long as they break it up like that, I'm good with it.
Well,
Is there playing games anymore? I don't
No,
even know
no,
anymore,
no,
Scott,
no.
because they change it every year.
No, the way it's set up is the 3 wild card teams and the worst of the division winners.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
it's 1 game.
No, they play 3 games.
Well, that's the 3 games. Yeah.
They play
Right.
3
This year
games.
it's different. That's right.
Okay.
It's 3
yeah,
games, but
okay,
what it
yeah.
is they don't leave where they're playing at. The team with the best record has all 3 games at their ballpark. So if you're the 1 seed of the wild card, you have the home game. You have all 3 of them.
Right.
And so it's a disadvantage for the second and third wild card team
Yeah.
because they're on the road for 3 games and they got to try and win 2 on the road.
Right. Scott, here's the way I look at it. It's just kind of like a traditional baseball fan. You know what? We already have 4 teams. We don't need any more, right? 3 division winners and a wild card. I'm cool with that. You know what? They've already expanded the playoffs to be too much. Now it's all just a big money thing, and now baseball's going to get deeper into November. And you know, Scott, in November we don't care about baseball unless the Yanks are in. It's football season.
Right. But how do you guys feel now that there's so many playoff games and it goes so long? How about just making the World Series a 4 out of 7 and the championship games a 3 out of 5?
Well, yeah, I mean, that
would make sense.
right. I mean, to me, I would definitely shorten the series now that you have.
We're going
more
to
teams.
November 1st now. We're going to the first week in November.
Yeah.
Everything goes the full,
Right.
the full
Yeah.
5 and the full 7.
Yeah, but I think how they're talking about changing that is you're still going to have the 3-game series. And you got the best of 5, but they're talking about making the World Series best of 7.
Yeah.
But on a neutral site, so you only get 1 day off.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know how that's going to work, but
yeah.
No, you have to have your home team.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
can you take that away? I
Well,
mean, there's talks about it, right? But how ridiculous is that?
well,
You're the best team, and you don't even have home field advantage in the
what they're trying, they're
World
saying,
Series,
like,
though?
they're saying like football with the Super Bowl.
Right.
If we put
So one game, though. That's different.
But if you put both teams in a neutral site, and for the week you have a rolling Hall of Fame, baseball Hall of Fame thing,
Right.
and you can have all these clinics and everything all in one place for the fans, and you have all the games right there, and it'd be like Super Bowl week.
Right.
The only difference, Super Bowl week, you have all that stuff, but you only have the one game.
Right.
Where with the World
Scott, I
Series-
don't agree with any of it. How about you? Scott, we lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I don't agree with any of that. Home field advantage for the best
it's
team,
turned
right?
into a farce for me.
I don't agree with it either, but that's
Yeah.
new baseball. That's what they're looking at. That's what they're talking about doing.
I know. I'm just a dinosaur. I miss the old days.
I agree. How about
Me
you,
too.
Dad? How
Oh,
do
me
you feel
too.
about something like that?
Me too. I used to like it when there was two teams, World Series, the American League, National League. You had the Dodgers and Yankees, or the Red Sox, and
Right.
that was it. There was two divisions, and that was it. The winners of both divisions went head to head.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. That's the way it should have been.
That's going way back when you had just the American League.
I know.
National-
There was 16 teams or
Yeah.
8 teams
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was.
Unfortunately, my dad is certainly
18.
aging himself with that. With
1957.
I remember the two divisions in each conference in each league. You had the American League East and the American League West.
That was it, right? And they played each other.
And all the teams are in the Northeast. The team finally went to Kansas City.
You had that one 5-game series.
Yeah,
That one 5-game series, and then you went to the World Series.
Yeah.
Right.
Scott,
I mean,
listen,
I'd love to go back to that, but never will.
Scott, thank you so much for calling. We're probably down to like 5 minutes, and I know my dad has a ton of stuff he needs to get out.
All right, guys. Great talking.
Listen.
I'll talk to you soon. Be well.
Anytime.
Thanks for calling.
Give us a
Yes,
call,
thanks
Scott.
for
Thank you
calling.
so
Nice
much.
to hear from you, Scott.
Yeah, same here. Take care.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right, Dad, I know you have a whole bunch of stuff on the All-Star game today, so I want you to get 5 minutes on your All-Star game.
Well, you
Go
guys
ahead.
just blew me out of the water with the home run derby because I had that.
Yeah.
So we don't need the home run derby,
Right,
right?
but you have this.
Either are.
But you do have the only local guy that is in the home run derby is Pete Alonso, right?
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking that we wanted to talk about it because these are probably some of the best hitters. I mean, these guys are not just home run hitters. They're top hitters in baseball.
Right.
And there's 8 of them, and they're going to get a chance to shine. I mean, you got 3 of them that had 26 home runs now.
Okay.
Yeah, Mookie Betts, Alonso, and Roberto Luis from Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
And Dolis Garcia has 23. So these guys have a lot of home runs.
Okay.
But they also have good batting averages.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Not Alonso.
Right.
Alonso's hitting like a buck,
Like
hitting like
yeah.
212.
Yeah, it's not Alonso, but the other guys. But as far as the All-Star games, the All-Star teams, there's been a lot of injuries, but these good guys are coming up too. They got John Himes. I had their batting averages.
Yeah.
But all the ones that are playing really have good batting averages. These are the best players. And when we talked about 14 300 hitters, they're all in there. Those
Good.
14 300 hitters.
yeah.
Plus, there's a couple in the 290s. Should also be very good
But
hitters.
they're all the good hitters are playing.
Yeah.
Good.
So you're going to see this All-Star game is going to be the best players, even though they lost Trout to an injury and they lost Judge.
Yeah.
There's been some replacements this weekend. But the people that are playing, Ohtani's supposed to be there as a designated hitter.
Right, good.
And you have
he might pitch.
Marcus Seaman, Josh Jung, Corey Seager, Randy Orzema. I mean, these are the best players in the American League.
Right.
In the National League, you have Perez. Oh, no, these are even the reserves. Latimer Guerrero, too.
Yeah.
He was
Vladimir
reserve,
Guerrero,
right?
Yeah.
So
He's a slugger.
it'll be good to see these teams, because knowing that so many hitters right now are not doing well.
Did Dela Cruz make the All-Star team
Don't Cruz.
from Cincinnati?
Yeah, I mean, that would be a real shame if he didn't. He's only played like 30 games.
I
or
know.
something, right?
So it
He's
may not have
fairly new
made
to
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be an emergency.
No, I don't see it. No,
Yeah,
no.
what a shame. He's
Yeah.
great for baseball right now, at least. You know,
Yeah.
he really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, for National League, you have Rauchman. Oh, these are reserves. Wait a minute, maybe yes. Let me see. This is.
I think he's an
Sean
outfielder, right?
Murphy, Freddie
No, I
Freeman.
think he's shortstop.
Okay.
Nope, I don't have it. No, he's not on the reserves.
What? So
That's a shame. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, it
'cause-
is a shame because the Reds are playing well and they're
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
in the lead in,
Yeah.
in the NL Central by a game, I think it is. Or no, they're tied with. I wrote it
Milwaukee,
down.
I think?
Yes, I think they're tied with the Brewers, or they have a game lead on the Brewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have the standings over there, Dan?
Yep,
I
we have
believe.
standings, too.
Yes, no, there it is. The Reds have a one-game lead on the Brewers in the NL Central. You know, but the Braves are the first team to 60 wins. They're playing well, and they've opened up an 8.5 game lead already. So,
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the Braves are really kicking butt in the NL. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, well, we talked about the American League East. I mean, the Yanks and the Red Sox are basically holding up to cellar, a game between them.
Yeah, but they're all over 500
and they're
though.
all over 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the Red Sox won 8 straight now.
Wow.
9 straight.
It's amazing. Look at because Tampa has 58 wins, Baltimore has 54 wins, Toronto has 50 wins, the Yanks have 49 wins, and Boston has 48 wins. So basically, there's three wins or 2 wins between Toronto, New York, and Boston. So at any point, these guys can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the only problem is that the Yanks and the Red Sox are both out of the wild card right now.
Yeah, they
You
both
know, so
are,
if the
yeah.
season ended today, which it doesn't, obviously, they're already out.
Yeah.
And the Mets are just horrible. 42 and 48, 18 and a half back in the East. So any of the local baseball teams are not doing well, you know, unless you're a Hartford Yard Goats fan.
They in first place?
No, they're in the second half of their season and they just started. They're 6-4, 2.5 back.
Oh.
Yeah, they split. Like what they do is they have a first half winner and a second half winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else, Dad? Anything else over there for the starting lineups or?
Yeah, I guess starting lineup
Yeah.
for the American League, it's going to be, let me see, Heim from Texas, Diaz from Tampa Bay, Marcus Seaman from Texas, Josh Young from Texas, Corey Seager from Texas.
Wow,
Mike
okay.
Trout from LA, which he's out, so it's going to get replaced. Randy
Rosarena, yeah, from Tampa,
Rosarena
right?
from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Judge, he's got a replacement. And designated hitter is Ohtani.
Okay, 30 seconds, Dad. Sorry.
All right, for National League, you got Sean Murphy for Atlanta.
Yeah.
You got Freeman for LA. You got Reyes, who's really hitting the ball,
Yeah.
from Miami. Orlando St. Louis. Arkia from Atlanta. Atlanta's dominating. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hate to cut you off, Dad, but I think we're done. I mean, we got a show full of baseball, and we finally got a phone call. Thank you,
Yay, that was
Scott.
good. Yes.
Appreciate it. And always thanks to Mike and Big Al, of course, in the back. Guess we're done. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your sports.
Good.
Nice.
Okay.
Good job.